This is something that's been an obsession of mine for a number of years. I've been an interim for 16 years, and this kind of evolution started when I was in corporate life before that. How badly most organisations do lessons learned. Even the ones who say they're good at doing lessons learned, actually they're quite good at capturing them, and they write them down very neatly and they put them on a shelf and nobody ever looks at them again. The other thing that kind of sparked it off was my frustration, particularly at doing lessons learned sessions with engineers and IT people who, from their education and formation, should be really structured in their thinking, but the minute you start to do something like that with an engineer or an IT person and the hint of a problem comes out, they're already trying to fix it and not go through a structured analysis process. They're going straight to the solution. It is an emergent learning approach to doing it. And this is one of my favourite quotes. Einstein's definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. We need to learn lessons or we're being dumb. What's wrong with the traditional approach? It's bureaucratic. It generally doesn't actually produce a lot of stuff. If you put a whole load of people in a room after an event, after a project or a program or whatever, and say, okay guys, what lessons did we learn? People are under some kind of forced idea that they have to come up with something, and some of the stuff that comes up is, I think the technical term is total crap, and it's a cultural thing for us in UK and in the Western world. We're really bad at learning the positive lessons. We look at the things that went wrong, not the things that went right. Led me over a number of years to develop this approach. It's a structured approach. It's based on a 2x2 Boston matrix. So that's a winner with all the management consultants straight away. If it's on a 2x2 matrix, it must be right. People look at too many things in too complex a way in my mind. But it doesn't start from what lessons did we learn. The question that I start with is, what surprised you? What happened that was different to your expectations? And my rationale there is, if it happened as we expected it to happen, we're probably not going to learn anything. But if it surprised us, if there was a positive surprise, if we went, cool, we did that better than we thought, or whoa, wait a minute, that was harder than we thought, that's where we're probably going to get some useful lessons out. Of those root causes, how many of them will actually apply in the future? How many of them do we actually have to take action to either encourage them of their positive things or kind of avoid them of the negative things? So you have to identify which ones might relate to future situations. The output of this is not a series of lessons documented. The output is actions. What are we going to do with respect to those root cause analyses that we've actually hypothesized will be relevant in the future to make sure A, of the positive they happen again, and B, of the negative that we prevent them happening again? You can start from the top and embed it that way, and in some cases that's been right. The execs I'm working with, I take them through this and they go, that's great, put it into place in the program that you're driving for us, and then we'll spread it out afterwards. In some cases you start to take some of them through it and you realize that they don't get it, but you embed it in the program and you kind of do it surreptitiously from the bottom up, and it's worked both ways. I've found it's not too structured for agile people to actually deal with it, because it's simple. It's only four steps, and they go, yeah, okay, we can handle that. Somebody needs to own this as the learning lessons learned process, and so they have to say, yep, this is the lessons learned process we're going to have. And if it's a very big organization, that might be the head of PMO, or it might be the CIO, or whatever, whoever decides. And it's generally been used in IT type projects to start with, and in some organizations it's spread beyond that to other projects and right across the business. But you need somebody to own the process first of all. It needs to be somebody at a suitable level, otherwise it kind of withers and dies. It's fairly simple, it's fairly straightforward. It does need strong facilitation sometimes, but it does need facilitation. That's it.